Exactly. I'm happy that
Music.
this is the first thing that everyone hears in this.
Yeah.
So you're all hired by Wedge.
Well, not me.
There is a case for you to solve.
Yep, we're having some mysteries to solve.
Okay, technically,
Exactly.
for those who've not been paying attention, it's only Brindor and Nala have been hired by Wedge.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
now?
Getting in the way of the humor.
Yes. Also, you don't know the full extent of Wedge's
Power.
plans at this point. And power, of course, yes. He
And
hasn't shown
posing.
even 1% of his real power, like Saga.
This
Yeah.
isn't even
Yep.
his final form.
He's just gonna come
Yes.
up to us with wearing a monocle next session. I can tell.
Actually, the mech that he's using is specifically designed to uh, to keep his power from actually
Contained.
showing. It's exactly
Mhm.
it keeps
It's a power limiter.
exactly it keeps the real Wedge contained, so that the universe can be safe. Uh,
God damn it.
anyway, so last time were you took some uh, time off. Jawain did some research with the new holocron he had in his possession. He actually found some interesting stuff about Jersera's plans and about events of the past in general. And there was a hearing
Nature
in
of the
the Senate.
Force, nothing big.
No, nothing big.
Nope.
A lecture from Jedi Master Gilfer.
And damn it, God, damn it.
What is the best master?
And the last thing that happened was the first hearing in the Senate that is going to start a chain of events from that point onward because some kind of, let's call it, conspiracy has been uncovered that there are specific individuals inside the New Republic that are trying to undermine uh, pretty much how everything is going to work. So yeah, let's not have that. The party says, and many others in in the New Republic, and of course, one of the main people that is involved in all of this is none other than Nafalanturi, that has been
A thorn in our side ever
the
since.
one responsible for Elena's massacre.
J'accuse!
Yeah, he's been pretty much Elena's nemesis since the end of season 1.
Yes. So now that the first hearing is over, and you know how things are, some people were immediately
In an uproar.
yes, in an uproar. Some of them were actually arrested because there was enough evidence in the first hearing to warranty their arrest. And there's a big list of names that are going under investigation right now. And the main person that worries and the party wants to see them removed, Anturi said that he's actually happy to help with um, the rest of the investigation.
He's
And he
investigated
claimed
himself and found he did nothing wrong.
exactly,
Oh,
exactly.
It's up it.
unfortunately for him, we both Leia and Alana just under their breath just went bullshit.
Of course. So, um, that was the initial part of the investigation, and now you're back to your rooms, trying to figure out the next move. And you have numerous ways to approach things from now on. One possibility is to wait and hope for one of your adversaries to maybe make a hasty and wrong move, or use whatever assets you have in order to expedite this process and bring more information to the attention of the investigating committee that is currently being formed.
Immediately, Alana will point out that waiting and just hoping is in this situation, putting the ball in Anturi's court. And that's when she turns to Yunar and says, "Could you put me in contact with Wedge? Would he be willing to help out with something like this?"
Oh no! Next time?
Next time.
Died, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Are you
sorry.
muted?
Alana turned to you and said, "Could Wedge help us out with
Mm.
this problem? Would you be willing to put him in contact with him to talk about this?"
You see the Nar blows up a video and says, "We have to talk." He does like you, so there's that. Probably sitting him to help you, but other than that, there is not much. There may be a problem if he thinks, it's too can get in the way of his plans.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to ask him to do more than he's willing to do. I just need someone
Okay.
who. I just need someone who can get under the radar and leak some of Anturi's carefully laid plans to the Senate.
Okay. I will contact him and see if he's willing to or not. So
The next hearing, he
I
blasts his way in and shows a
I
massive
immediately exit the room
hologram.
and say, "Give me a second." That I do it right now, so we get it out of the way. I'm going to exit the room and go to basically my own room to contact him.
Okay. A massive
Hmm.
hologram appears that is
Hmm.
taking the entire room.
It's swole. He's swole.
Oh no!
Might want to get that checked.
No,
That
no,
looks like an allergic reaction.
no! It's not. He's not swole. He's not swole. You know that really random indie game where it has this guy where it had the dude with a massive chin just leaning in front of the camera. That's Wedge. The Giga Chad Wedge.
Uh, Seriously though, Wedge's answer to this is that he's up to it, but first he wants to iron out pretty much every little detail about the Merck company,
I.
so
Mhm.
that everything is official and ready. After that point,
Okay, I basically would ask for a timetable so I can pass that to Elena.
he says maybe a week or two,
Okay, I
just for
will.
the the paperwork to get done and approved.
Yeah, my answer will be I will send you the message telling you if we can wait that large or that much time or not. If not, thanks for still trying to help. I say to that to Wedge,
Okay.
and I go to inform to the group what he told me.
Upon that, Elena will just turn to Leia and just give her a shrug, like, "What do you think?"
That's not good enough.
Truth is that we don't know how much time we have, so we'd better move on our own, and if he can help us down the line,
Okay,
why not?
Elena will nod and say, "I'll keep an ear out for any contact with him, and let you know as soon as it happens. While I focus on that, we can focus on other ways we can stop Hunter from doing what he's doing."
okay.
Oh, don't worry, I'm already watching him like a hawk. He's not going to be able to do anything without my people knowing. So, yes. Although, unfortunately, he's not an idiot, so I'm not expecting him to do any rash moves for the time being. At least not personally. He might put other people to do some of his dirty work for the time being. So, in any case, there is something that we can do in the meantime. We have the locations of numerous gathering places and warehouses. I have already shared this information, of course, and we are creating some task force to go there and investigate. As you understand, not everything is here on Coruscant.
That doesn't surprise me.
In any case, we have some. Let's wait for a day or two to see what resistance or what new we can find, and we'll pick up from there. For the time being, I suggest you get some rest and conclude any business you have here in Coruscant because who knows where we might be needed. Well, where you might be needed, actually. I will be here on Coruscant. I don't think I'll be able to travel much, especially with the situation on our hands.
And I don't feel comfortable leaving this to you alone, so I will only travel if absolutely necessary.
Good thing is that Han is already close to some of our target locations, so he's already on it.
I smile at that. And I will give a small look to Luke before she leaves and just says to both Luke and Leia, "I'll rest if I can, but it won't be easy." Eventually she'll turn to Luke and say, I should probably go talk with Ahsoka. There's much that we should discuss."
Uh, sure, if you want to. She's still here, but I'm guessing she'll be moving rather soon.
I get the feeling as well. I don't want to waste her time. And with that, she gives about everyone in the room, and she will make her way to talk to Ahsoka.
Okay. Well, you understand the room. Does anyone else want to follow, or do you want to go there on your own?
Uh, if I follow, it will be just to stay outside the room, just to to cover for the Lennon, since she having in mind what she told me that happened with her master. It will be good to have some extra protection. Not that she can
I'm
fight
saying it.
for
I'm
herself, I
leaving it.
think so, but
Yeah, I'm leaving it unspoken anyway. But Luke and Leia are both aware of the fact that Leia does suspect Anturi. One of the moves Anturi might try is to eliminate her from the picture. I don't think Alana won't stop anyone from following her to see Ahsoka, but she would like to be alone. If Dwayne follows her, she's not going to stop him though.
Nah.
There's your answer.
I will get some privacy with bodyguard and our protection. Perfect.
Okay, so you enter the room. Um, Seems neat and tidy. Almost all of her things are already uh, removed from the room. It seems that she's on the process of slowly packing.
I'll give a polite knock and say, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Not really. I mean, it's tedious work. You're welcome to help if you want.
Alana will just immediately move into giving a hand without her even having to ask. I get the feeling that
She gives a smile.
I never thanked you for what happened on the other planet.
I don't think you have anything to thank me for. If anything, I was the one endangering you all.
I don't think you have any need to explain yourself. I was the one who created that situation in the first place. We'll call it even, I guess.
She gives you a look and says, let's not try to see who's more in fault about anything.
I'm not trying.
It it doesn't go anywhere.
She smiles and she goes, I knew you'd understand. Luke mentioned
So,
some. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I guess you're not just here to help me back.
No, there's a discussion the two of us need to have that's long in the waiting. I suspect that's why Luke flew you out all this way after all.
I thought she stops and with her hand she shows you one of the sofas to go and sit.
I will finish what I'm doing and then I sit with her.
You see that she's just looking at you.
For a minute, Elena's also just looking at her, and then she will eventually say her piece. For what I understand of what Luke and Bo told me, it seems you and I have had not too dissimilar journeys.
I can. Yes, I guess there are similarities from what I've heard.
Alana will just raise her eyebrow and just gesture for her to continue.
I mean, a lot of things are very different in both of our stories. But as you said, there are similarities. Big ones, maybe. I know it's not easy to see someone you've looked up your entire life betraying everything they stood for.
All Alana says in response is, Anakin. She says with an understanding nod.
Yes, but a good thing is this betrayal was not a lasting one. And if you want my opinion, that's the weakness of the dark side. It's rather appealing, but in the long run, if someone has enough of themselves left somewhere in there, they inevitably see that they are not getting anything out of it. If anything, they are losing.
That is true. The trick is finding someone who actually knows that that part of them is still there to be able to bring it to the forefront.
Yes. Hopefully, you were able to make that difference.
I was, but it was a victory short-lived. Alana says, just staring off into the distance a little bit.
Is that the reason you came? I mean, I don't mind, but
It's not the only reason. We both have our stories to tell. And rather than hearing it again from Luke or Bo, I prefer to hear such stories from the source.
it gives you a smile and says, "Where to begin? I wouldn't even know."
I started existing when I became the apprentice to Anakin.
I began existing after George Lucas said, "I think Anakin has a Padawan." You think? No. Actually, he does. Okay.
Alana just gives Ahsoka a small smile and goes, I'd say the exact same thing if I was telling my story first. Translation, we don't have to play out the entire dialogue because,
I mean,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah. Just say Ahsoka
Okay.
tells her about the Clone Wars, Alana tells her about her experience at the dark time, so on, so on.
Mhm. You get the feeling, actually, not the feeling. As you listen, you understand a little bit better about the chaotic nature of the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the feeling not that you haven't heard it before, you have heard it before a lot, but uh, you hear it once again that as things were progressing and the countdown was getting closer and closer to the end of the Clone Wars, things were starting to lose whatever logical sense they had. And the lines became increasingly blurred between the two opposing sides. In any case, you finish the story time.
Obviously, Alana will have also told Ahsoka, giving her apparently what declares about how her life was basically changed by the kindness of one clone, pretty much.
Okay, you. She pretty much says that one of the things that saddened her was how the clones ended up. What happened to the clones? Because you get the feeling it was kind of family for him.
Alana nods and she says, I had the same discussion with Masters Voss and Kakruk, though they at first they weren't as open to the discussion as we are now.
Don't take me wrong, but different to already be Jedi Knight or even Master and be assigned as the commander of a platoon, or and it's different when you are, for all intents and purposes, still a child, a teen at best.
Ella just
And
nods as she says this and goes, it's different for not just whatever rank you are in the order, but the person you are as a whole. Master Kakruk also told me the story of one certain Jedi Master who completely distrusted the clones and chose his own personal militia.
oh yeah, well, there's also stories about some Jedi masters that, well, one of them specifically, that were completely opposed to the idea of clones and considered them a hurdle, if anything. So why not dispatch them as well? Let's not get into details about this story.
Let's not, no. And I think this is the point
Yet,
where
let's not get into details yet,
Yet.
because we still need to know about the attack on the Wookiees.
Oh, damn it!
damn it, no! I think this is the point where Lila starts telling Ahsoka her story about the dark times and how she survived. She ends her story by saying, that's the sad truth of the times we lived in. We were taught to be warriors or to be survivors. We never learned the true way of the Jedi until too late.
I'm not so sure that there is a true way per se. There is. I find it difficult to consider myself part of the order, even with Luke there as a head, and believe me, he's far exceeding my expectations, to be honest. And uh, that is actually very, very nice.
It's incredible what he's done, but I've always held the belief that you can't force or just get or let someone choose to be part of the order. Each person's path will always be their own. We can't decide it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what do you make of that ex-Inquisitor
She
Dathomiri?
She seems to think that her heart's in the right place, but the more convinced she is that her path is the right one, the more lost she becomes.
Do you and the rest of your troop intend to do anything about it?
I can only do what I can. My former Padawan thinks that it's his duty to be able to try and stop her from going down the wrong path and to save her from what he believes is a dangerous road for her. I want to help him with this, but at the same time, I just know that all I can do is offer assistance. It's her choice if she wants to accept it.
I say by all means, do help him. You never know. Anyway, and she gets up and she says, I'm honestly more worried about other people during that debacle, other than our Dathomirian acquaintance.
I can't say I blame you. I also have fears about her compatriot. That's should we call him? I don't know what to call him these days.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I did hear that some of you are thinking of pursuing the matter.
I wouldn't say I want to pursue the matter, but Luke and I both agree. It may become inevitable at some point.
I'm not saying don't do it. All I'm saying is be extra careful. He's not an idiot, number one. Number two, I got the feeling he knows stuff that in no way, shape, or form he should know about.
He knows he's fictional.
He's aware.
No!
Damn it, Beaky! You made me forget what I was going to say. I have to remember it now.
Sorry to interrupt the scene there.
No, it's fine. It's perfect. It's
A
perfect.
surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
God damn it.
And
I'll-
I'm trying to understand how exactly he was able to know such things. He either found a way to get his hands on very crucial and secret information that the Empire or the Order before it had on their hands, or specific people from the unknown regions have been watching us for much longer and closely than we thought.
Perfect, Pika.
I kind of get the feeling that there's something more to this than we already know or can see. But
Are you saying there's more than meets the eye?
yes, whatever this threat is,
The Transformers.
whatever this threat is, let us hope that we can discover it before it has a chance to strike.
Strike. Damn it, I'm reading the comments. Anyway. Alright. That was a good talk.
It was. Before I go, there's one thing that Luke and I have been. And I will let you go on a hunch that she can trust Ahsoka with this and say, there's one other thing that Luke and I have been. I haven't disclosed this with anyone else. It's just Luke and I that know this for now. Luke and I have been looking into some events of some visions I've been having for the last few months. It could be connected to what we're looking for.
Okay.
What do you know of the events of the Jedi Civil War and the Dark Wars?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint you on that one. I vaguely know the timeline and major events, but I can't say I'm an expert or anything.
The Force has been granting me visions of prominent figures from that time. Both the Jedi Revan, and the Sith Lord we believe to be Traya, but I have no idea why. It seems the Force is trying to tell me something, but I am not sure yet what it is.
Everyone always is trying to tell us something. For good or ill. Anyway, you should be cautious about this. It can easily lead you to the opposite side as well.
I concur. It's why for now that Luke is the only one, other than the two of us, that knows about this.
If you want any help, feel free to ask.
Elena will nod, give her a comlink info to contact her, and says, I will. Same goes to you as well. If you ever need any help and you can't reach Luke, I'll try help where I can.
Yes. If you try to contact me in the next few days, well, in the upcoming period, don't be concerned if I don't answer. I believe I'll be quite preoccupied. I have things that I need to do
Oh,
and
don't.
double check.
Elena will just smirk and just say, oh, don't worry. If I contact you, you'll know something's up. I think Luke and I will also be tied down for
Okay.
the time being.
Yes. All right. I'm looking forward to our next sharing of stories.
It's been an experience. It's nice to hear these stories from someone who isn't the old man for once. Ella smiles, mentioning Kukrook again. He's a good teacher, but he can be a bit of a windbag.
He's old school.
As she heads to the door, Ella will give her a circling bow to say, May the Force be with you.
And with you and Sibav.
And then that's when Nar can see Elena exiting the room.
Okay, he will follow. He will ask her to go next.
There's nothing else that needs to be done. You go ahead and get some rest. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back to my friend's place, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, you see him going for the, how is it? The training, the gym.
I release you by duty. You may run to the gym.
The training facility. Okay, so next day passes without any major incident. Second day, though, uh, the first report comes. about what is taking place. There have been some warehouses and gathering places that have been already been investigated the previous day. And things seem to be going well for the time being. Anturi hasn't done anything as
Jet.
expected yet. So, fast forward a couple of days. You get a call that pretty much summons you to an office. An office that some of you know well.
The principal's office.
Yes, and
I'm in
specifically
trouble
that
again.
principal, and specifically that principal is called Lando.
Elena actually has a smile on her face for the first time in a while. She actually gives Lando a hug. It's like, "Oh, it's good to see you again, old friend."
It's good to see you too. Please come in.
You ready for
Feel
the
right
date?
at home. He looks at the people entering the room after you, and he's like, "I see you. I see you brought the entire family."
Well, I wish I could do things in private these days, but yeah, security's getting pretty tight.
I could leave if you want.
No, don't.
Okay.
Elena makes the introductions for Brindor and Nar before Evan sits down.
He gives a handshake to both of you. He says, "I'm looking forward to working with you. You seem like
People.
able guys." He says.
Can't think of anything good to say, so he just says people.
You seem like people.
You seem like citizens.
You're
You can
assuming?
say that.
Are you assuming that we're citizens?
Sit down.
You're assuming my status. I'm gonna have to file a complaint.
Oh god.
Sit down. Uh, so,
And then they're
So,
sitting down on the couch
once you're
already going,
seated,
"Come
he
on, you
says,
three."
he immediately goes and he grabs a data pad and he says, "So, good news overall, but I wouldn't be calling you here to tell you that everything's fine. This is not how it works, as you know."
You only call me here if you've got bad news. I know the drill.
Not okay. I wouldn't call it bad news specifically, not just yet. I would call it news. Whether it's bad or not, it's to be determined. So, as you know, we've been raiding some of the locations the past few days. Turns out, some of them were full of evidence. Some of them were already been mostly emptied. So specific individuals are trying to cover the tracks. Uh, they're not doing a terrific job at it, though. And in some instances, two to be specific, a warehouse and a gathering place. Um, I, I wouldn't call it exactly a hotel. Anyway, you can see the report for details. They have been already raided, but not by us.
Hmm.
It's always two.
That means that, well, there are many different scenarios about this. There's either another group that is working and trying to find the same information that we are trying to find, or there is, after what happened with the first hearing and everything that has been going on in the few days that we have been doing all that. Maybe they're different functions forming, trying to get more dirt to one another, make things
Uh,
easier for them to get uh, um, better treatment.
what else is new?
Yeah. That being said, I think you should take a look on that specific recording we found, and it would be good if you have other people that are knowledgeable about this stuff. So perhaps they could help as well.
I'm working on it,
And
Laura.
he, he passes you the data pad, and you can all see uh, the details. So I want everyone to roll. Let's see.
We roll.
Sanity.
I would say perception.
Okay.
Ah, one of my good ones.
Oh God! Whoa!
Juane!
Inspector Jawain Hildebrand is on the case.
Yep.
Learner, learner. No, 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 no.
He, we actually
So,
we actually get a flashback back to
What does
work.
the inspector say?
This this actually fits in a weird way, but it fits. So
We get a flashback to Dwayne's past dealings with Frelisk, and he just remembers Frelisk saying, "Always look for the neon signs."
He remembers saying that to Neo.
you see,
Yep.
you all see the report. Um, the two places that have been raided, one of them there was not a lot of nothing to really go on. There was a handful of rooms that have been turned upside down pretty much during whoever went there and conducted the search before the official New Republic guys got there. The other, though, in the warehouse, and this is something that you all see, it has telltale evidence of some kind of combat taking place. And of smaller explosions in specific of the warehouse. It seems, and this is something that Brindor and Elena pick up a little more than Nar. It seems that these explosions happened in the areas where whatever cargo would be stored. So they were designed to destroy the cargo and not destroy parts of the warehouse for people to gain entry or anything else. The other thing you see is that there have been some of the guards found dead there. And to you, Jawain, you see that some of them were killed by blaster bolts. Some of them were killed by some kind of melee weapon, like a vibrosword or something. You, Jawain, the cats that you see, for some reason, seem familiar.
Familiar as in final boss of last season familiar?
Or
Not
frying pan
quite.
familiar.
I'm sorry?
No, not like that.
Okay.
They seem to be. You make the educated guess that they have been made by large swings with something big, and the laceration that you can see is very clean, but at the same way a bit uh, edgy. It's messy, but extremely effective.
When would have been the last time I saw this?
Uh, you know what? It's a natural 20. So, no need for additional roll, I would say. It reminds you of the cats you saw during the vision you had uh, about the sandstorm
Oh.
when you entered the building.
The Gendai.
Oh.
It's the Gendai.
Would you say this to Elena?
Oh, yeah.
Elena raises her eyebrow at that before turning around and explaining exactly what Jermaine means to Lando.
Okay.
Okay, Lando says, okay.
Now we basically say, well, good to know what we are up against.
It seems that my old friend the Abator couldn't keep his nose away from what's going on.
You see that Lando is scratching his his chin, and he says, "From what I understand, this guy is, um, I mean, not that a beta figure. I mean, this specific guy is he's just doing jobs. Maybe someone else hired him.
No,
I'm just
Elena just shakes her head no. He's always at the Abator's side. It's as if he's the Abator's personal bodyguard, personal lapdog. Wherever this guy is, the Abator's generally not too far behind.
The question then is, if the Abator's after the same thing we're after, why? What does he get out of it?
again. Lando sits down and says, "I don't know. That's a lot of assumptions. We don't really know."
Narya this says, well then, think about this. If he's after this prey of us or whatever it is, exactly that he desires, is it just he wants this, or he wants this for someone? That may be the question.
Either that, or maybe the knowledge that these conspirators hold might be worth something to him in his pursuits. Maybe the conspirators know something that he wants to know.
At that, Lando just raises his shoulders and he says, "Well, one way to find out." Um, I
Oh
guess
boy.
I guess we should have a talk with whoever did this.
Easier said than
Nar
done.
says, Nar smiles and says, "What kind of talk we're talking about? They just sitting around talking, or my kind of talk?" Says, pointing to his arm, to his
Uh,
weapon.
you see that Lando just looks at you and he says, "We're civilized people here. Preferably, we ask nicely and they give us an answer. If you
Nara
cannot,
says, "And if he doesn't decide
if he
wants to
doesn't,
cooperate?"
well, and if he doesn't, well, my approach would be luring them in
Gambling debts.
exactly, you know, some innocent cards, maybe. Uh,
That's easier said.
but
Fair.
we're talking about you, so beating up
No,
someone, it's never off the table, really.
Ella just chuckles at that and she says, "That's easier said than done. If the Abator gets the impression that we're getting in his way, he won't hesitate to cause more issues for us in the future."
To hell with that. He's getting in our way in this instance.
The only thing I can,
Nara that smiles and says, "I like the way you think."
the only thing we could do for
he, he just raises his hand towards you and says, "I knew I liked you."
Ella just chuckles.
I may prefer a different language than you to deal with people, but I do like how you basically handle yourself. Yeah.
Our languages might be different, but find that they're both necessary,
Oh, very necessary. Yours particularly when you want to deal with certain stuff.
especially when they work together, you know,
Oh, I agree completely.
complementing each other. He says.
Yeah, he did not have a big smile. Not into that.
Ella is completely face palming this entire time and goes, "Well, that's beside the point. What we should do with this right now is bring this to Leia's attention and we can discuss our next move from there."
All right. Do you have any good, I don't know, slicers?
Not on
Technical guys that maybe could determine
not on hand with me
from
now, no. But I do have a very excellent slicer back on Osus. I can send him the information.
you see that
Okay.
Lando is thinking for a bit and then he says, Baconosus. Oh, you're talking about that weird blue haired guy.
Him, yes, and also my former Twi'lek accomplice, Captain Panic Attack. I sometimes call him, but never to his
Careful
face.
now, Elena. You're began to using my language.
As you said, when it's necessary, there's nothing wrong with it.
Very nice. So off with you now. I have to get ready for a dinner. I mean, for business.
A dinner for business, right? Alana says, rolling her eyes.
Exactly. That's always how I operate.
Uh, don't change.
Never change.
So, you exit there, and you go where?
I mean, unless Lando's doing it himself, I think Elena will try and organise a meeting between her, Luke, and Leia to discuss what Lando told her.
Okay. At some point, Leia's schedule will be lax enough for you to get there and explain.
And then that's when she drops the bombshell. So it seems the Abator wants to get involved even with this. The trick here is why.
I don't think he wants to get involved now. I think he was involved already in all of this.
I agree.
I mean, to be honest, he was quotes unquote hired to take down. Um, and this is my brain farting right now. Bahale.
In character dialogue.
Yes. He was quotes unquote hired to take down this Bahali, so
He wouldn't have done so if there was nothing there for him to begin with. The same thing I can see in this situation here. There must be something the conspirators have that he needs for his own thing.
I think that it would be foolish of us to assume that we can find them.
We
But
can't we can't find them, but we can pick up the trail of what they're searching for, and that could lead us to some answers.
yes, that was my line of thinking as well. Maybe we can predict one of their targets. Question is, do you want to get involved in this or no?
I may have to in the end of the day anyway. So, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that you are the right people for the job. So
Then there's one step we should do before we start that. I'm going to get in contact with Gant and Neo. Perhaps they'll be able to slice into this information that Lando discovered and give us some more context of where we can look.
that could be very helpful. Can I leave this to your hands then?
Of course.
Okay. If you bumped into any trouble or you need any help, you know where to find me.
Likewise.
All right then. And with that, you relay the information to Ghent, or
I'd say ideally both of them if they're both together at this point.
all right. Let's see what Ghent can do. God.
Mhm.
There he is. Okay. You know what? I will do that so that you can see as well. He can roll twice, so let's see.
Oh,
All right.
Not bad.
All right. Come back to you at some point, and he says, "Well, I don't know what this pile of nonsense you sent me is supposed to be, but I did find some traces about, uh, you know, how the goods got in that warehouse and where they were supposed to go. Some of them were supposed to go to Coruscant, and from what I see here, there were some kind of I'm not sure technology equipment. Nothing fancy though. It seems pretty standard uh, maintenance for maintenance reasons, I guess. Although I see some things that don't add up, to be honest. Some large sums were expended in order for these crates to end up where they were supposed to go, and this kind of equipment shouldn't be that expensive. So maybe there was additional stuff in there. Just a thought.
That's what I'm counting on. I will.
One more thing. Um, what you sent me about this thing.
Yeah.
And the attack and all of that. Well, I'm not very good at this, so I can track things down using my slicer talents, I guess. But I'm not good at determining military stuff. So maybe your other friend is more suited.
That's kind of why I wanted to rope both of you into this. You've done good, Deont. You've done good. Maybe
At
if.
this, you hear a pause. There is no Gent to see anywhere.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He doesn't cut off the
He's
the
gone to get
call,
Neo.
but
He's
he
he's
just
gone.
disappears.
He's gone to get Neo. Yeah.
Yeah, and after a while, you hear, "Headtails, come over here."
Mhm. Yeah, that you hear him say, "Yeah, I'm going." So, what's the emergency? Oh, hi, Elena.
Hey, Neo. I wish I was calling you under better circumstances, but I'm afraid there's been a hiccup in my little investigation.
Oh, what happened?
Lando got some footage for me of a warehouse from one of the targets that we're investigating being raided. Judging by the attack, Dwayne seems to suspect that Beta's little henchman was involved. Lando asked me if you and
Mhm.
Gent could be able to source together and track what's happening.
You know how Neo usually be, like immediately worry stuff like that. You see that it's like the executive says, "Oh, are you alright? Nothing wrong there? Stuff like everything okay there?"
I'm getting more frustrated by the day with Anturi's little antics, but personally, physically, for now I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands.
Okay. Okay. Send. Do you have the data? So we can.
I already sent it to Gent. You should have a copy there already.
Okay. Let me. Do I roll use computer?
Uh, not to use computer because you already have them there. There's two
No.
checks.
Okay.
A use computer check. A use computer. Gather information check.
Okay. I will do that
And
now.
yeah, I was.
Give me the.
I still had the. Oh, that's actually good. And the
Yeah, I
second
saw
one,
that. It was like that's a very.
it's a knowledge. Where is it? Ta- 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 ta. Hmm. I'd say technology.
Okay. Let me open the knowledge technology. Okay.
All right.
Oh, two good rolls. Okay.
You want to push any of them?
Uh, I'm with Nia, so I will push both.
Okay. Now the first one is guaranteed. Okay. All
So
right.
a
So
31 and a
Question: Is the 6 can go for
34.
the first one?
um, you know what? Why not?
Why not?
It's so close, basically, to reaching the other one with the 6.
30 and a
That's
35.
why.
Yeah.
So 30 and a 35. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you get with the gathered information is uh, it seems that Ghent, especially with what Ghent was able to find, it's that yeah, he was correct about the movement, how they got there. You can see that there is a very suspicious stop in what's its name again? Damn it!
Corporate sector.
Mm, some of them originated from the corporate sector, but there was another stop in where? Ah, there you are. Actually, in a place you have been close before to Erkit, and it seems
Who
that
was close?
you have it's close to Borgo Prime.
Oh.
Ah, it's the It's close to the place where you first met Elena.
Yeah, and there's some industries there, mainly though for doing things that have nothing to do with maintenance, let's say. There's some factories about military equipment. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
So military equipment and parts for vehicles and vehicles that can be used for military purposes. Not so. Against idea that they might have something else in there as well. It makes sense, and you also can not exactly safe, but with you're pretty certain that from what you can see, from the evidence that you can see, it seems that the main purpose of the raid was to destroy uh, whatever was stored there, not to steal it.
Okay.
With the technology check, you can determine from what kind of weapon these uh, wounds are coming from, and it was difficult, especially at first, because you were searching conventional weapons, let's say conventional melee weapons, and you couldn't find any
Not frying
real
pans.
match.
And
Not
then I
frying pans.
remember who I'm dealing
That was
with.
the key mistake. You should have checked for frying pans.
Yeah.
Like you should know better.
Exactly. Yeah. I forgot who I was dealing with, so I didn't check
But
with the real thing.
yes, but when you switch to kitchenware,
Ah, the spatula
Uh,
of justice.
you see that this kind of wound is can be caused by something, a tool to be specific, that is used to cut through spaceship holes. And they are handheld tools, very large and difficult to use with precision, because they are literally giant saws that utilize very similar technology to vibro weapons. They're extremely tough and extremely good at cutting stuff. In order for someone to use this as a weapon, it would require a lot of strength and very good coordination. Knowing what you know,
I'm not surprised.
uh, some additional modifications are not
Out of
out of the
the.
question. So yes, a combination of specific modifications in a vibroson that could make it easier to handle, combined with the physical strength of that large or huge creature that i- that was described to you. Yeah, it seems quite feasible. And you come to the conclusion that this is a very dangerous melee weapon. You don't want to get hit by this thing.
Yeah, not a shock.
Technically, this is uh, technical
Knowledge.
information. This is yes, this is game info. What it means is that since this tool is made to cut through um, very durable metal, it
That's
can
pretty
bypass
lightly.
it can bypass almost any damage reduction or almost
Yeah.
any damage reduction value.
Yeah.
Good to know what Leia's trying to expecting me to go up against. All it says,
So, by the
humbly.
way, you're going to hear before he tells you everything. Where was this abilities were needed in certain number of days before, and and then he looks at Elena and says, "So here's the deal," and proceeds to give her all the information that he obtained.
You sound like you've been doing this for a while. Elia just cut you before she could respond and said, Data told me everything.
No, none of them was. What were you talking about? I've been dealing with a lot of different information regarding some jobs I need to do around here, and I have had no luck finding it. And now I find about this like it was nothing.
Alana just gives you a dry look. We'll talk about this later. Pass this
Not
along.
just keeps giving you an innocent look.
Neo, you mean?
Yeah, Neo.
I mean, yeah, Nar. I mean,
Neo's
yeah,
been eaten by Nar. Oh no.
yeah. Nar will be following Alana around.
Yes.
Yeah, Nar will be following Alana around like a British bulldog right
One
now. But I
being.
don't think he would have that much of an input.
Imagine the horror. The two characters merging into one being.
Oh
Oh
God.
god.
Alana will just shrug and go. Do me a favor and bring this up with the rest of the Jedi while I bring this up with Luke. Will you?
Not just gives you a look and says, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Neo.
And it says, "What? I don't get what you're talking about. I had some problems regarding certain propulsion stuff that we're working here. It's not so easy to
This
fix ships as you think. Sometimes you need to do some research for some of the stuff to make sure that you are using the right parts. Everything keeps progressing forward."
I will leave this up to you, Max Time. Does this warrant a deception check?
Yeah. And remember, I can reroll my deception.
I've just remembered there's something else I can use instead.
I reroll. I reroll that. That's a 5. God damn it! Why do
Ha
I roll 2 5s? What the fuck?
Never try to bullshit your sister.
Naturally, you know something's off.
Yeah. No, yeah. Even I know that that roll wasn't going to be good. Why did they roll 2 5s?
The game just decided, look, Alana's seeing through your bullshit. I'm gonna make sure that Alana sees through his bullshit. I've used my powers of protagonist foo against you. You can't stop me.
So, you know Neo is
Yeah.
Full of shit.
blockading,
Neo, stop lying to me. Number one, I can tell you're lying, and number two, Dace has already told me everything, so just come clean.
Neo just keeps looking at you like, what you saying?
Neo!
Look, you must be tired. We're dealing with a lot of stuff and seeing things.
Stop.
At this point, you hear from the background Gent saying, "Hey, Tails, are you finished? I want to get back to work."
Me too. I'm trying to do that, but my sister doesn't seem to understand.
Oh, I understand completely that you're lying. We could discuss this later. We will discuss this.
You hear it. You hear it. I'm losing a lot of time to work. Bye. And cuts.
No.
Alana
Alana will just say, we will discuss this later, and cuts.
He cuts in middle of you saying that.
We will discuss this. Beep beep beep.
Okay,
And you
that's-
hear on the other side of Neo's conversation, his coworker can hear him say, "We will discuss this never."
you will hear
Oh no!
you hear a voice in your head. This isn't over, you gutter slime.
Neo just shrugs.
All right. So,
Alana will just go back to Leia and Luke, looking a bit pissed off, but she's not going to reveal it unless they're asking. But and she gives them the information again, and Neo gave her.
okay. After a little bit of wait, they get back to you with a possible location that has been housing crates of the same starting location and similar origins and how it traveled to get to another warehouse. So this is a possible target. To go to the map, it is very close to Coruscant actually.
Mhm.
Um, where are you? There you are. Damn it, free hand.
Damn it!
Okay. It's located here on Castel. And there is another one that is not related to this, but from what you understand, they had some trouble to get results. They have been getting some resistance close to. Why did I put it? There it is. Over here to Kedal. But this doesn't seem to be. It seems to be a location that has been somewhat fortified on Kedal. And yeah, let's say that the team that was going there to check is not very well equipped for actual fighting and a full scale battle happening. And they're pretty much saying that we could dispatch some forces to go there and take care of this, or we could use a much smaller force like you to go there and take care of it. Or you can go to Castel and see if you can uncover anything more about what the Gendai has been doing.
Which one's fortified? The top one?
Kedal is the fortified one. Uh,
Alana would,
Another possible location of suspicious crates is on Castel.
Alana would lean more to Castell, but she's going to defer to the rest of the party.
It's down to vote. Oh god, I'm moving the entire.
The galaxy is moving. What
We're
do these
looking-
celestial motions mean?
The galaxy is expanding. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, the Giga Catch!
Catch! What did you do?
You see
Oops, sorry, I
omen.
bumped the table.
You saw an omen there from Galaxy Catch.
While you're at it, Catch, can you
So-
Can you tell Neo to stop being such a dickhead and tell me what's going on?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I can't
that-
hear you, Leonard. Signal's breaking up. You can just hear him like making
Making
the
noises.
signal breakup sounds.
Why are all my friends being such dickheads right now?
Hey,
Not you. Not you. You're more than a friend, so you don't count on that spectrum join.
Oh my.
Not like
Oh
that. Not like that.
Oh my!
I didn't realize there was a relationship like that there.
Me either.
No, you have to do it properly.
Oh my.
The fact that we have those ready.
Why do you think Pika and I put so much effort into making that ready?
Mm. So, what location you're going to pursue?
I vote Castell. Anyone else want to put in?
Sure, why not?
Now is not very
I'm not really
going
up.
to
I'm not really up.
argue.
I'm not really up to going into a siege. I'd rather go into one which has a little bit more information. Castell to me sounds like the one that offers the least risk to those I care about, so I'll go with that one.
Okay, so Castell it is. Do you want to do anything specific as you're getting ready to head there?
Elena will have one-on-one conversation with Luke before she leaves to relay everything and what her discussion with Neo, which makes her a little bit worried about what's going to happen with the Abatored.
Okay.
Basically, Neo, Elena's telling on you to the headmaster.
Ah, snitches get stitches time, I see.
Neo will have some interesting words regarding that. That I'll tell you.
I know, but
Elena, have you ever heard the important phrase, snitches get stitches?
No, more like, have you heard of unemployment?
Elena says
It's a wonderful world that people don't want to be in.
Now that you mention it, this is probably an unknown thing to the Jedi.
it is. It is.
It's an unknown concept.
Elena's actually
Employment? I don't
They
understand.
cannot
What is this
grasp.
concept?
Exactly, they cannot grasp it.
exactly. Elena's telling this to Luke not to try and get him out of the job, but so that Luke could understand and be aware of the situation.
Yeah, I know why, but that's what Neo's going to introduce that.
And both Elena and Luke will go, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
So, as a little bit of background information for your destination, Castell is a terrestrial planet, which means it has dirt and rocks, a lot of them. Um, it is a rather major stop for the Commerce Guild. They have a lot of they conduct a lot of business on the planet. Other than that, nothing extraordinary though. Um, there are no any dangerous or otherwise abnormal
No abnormal, but what about
shenanigans.
Abby normal?
Oh god.
Who the hell's Abby Normal? Where can I find her?
Well, her brain's
Yeah,
in a
but
monster now.
oh god.
Back away slowly.
And it's the planet that the species Gossam is originating from.
Oh, we're going to Gotham City.
Yes, they used to be with the Separatist alliance.
But are they the knight?
But to be honest, it's because of the Commerce Guild actually allying itself with the Separatists. Not that this has any.
Bearing on the situation.
Yes, it's completely.
I just had a conversation with Ahsoka about the Separatist Alliance a couple of days ago. Why is this coming to mind?
Maybe they can. Maybe they have the answer about the droid attack.
Maybe. I think Ahsoka would like to know if I finally figured it out.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm not.
So, what to expect is that there's going to be
A boss fight?
possibly.
What I expect to see
Uh,
is a city of Gossams being run by a chaotic maniac killer clown that wants to who wants to fight Batman, and Batman's the only friend he has.
What is the Batman? What would a Batman look like in the Star Wars universe?
A bad man? What
Very
would a bad man
high-tech.
look like?
A
ba-
bad man,
A
yes.
Batman.
A mix of Mandalorian armor with high-tech weaponry that's not with permanent damage.
Okay,
Cortosis.
I have it. I have it. It's pretty
Cortosis.
much it's pretty much someone in a Mandalorian suit with black paint and pointy ears.
Yep.
There.
He also has
And non-lethal equipment. The non-lethal equipment is very
for
important.
non-lethal.
Yes.
The non-lethal equipment comprising of a Cortosis weave shuriken.
Non-lethal equipment. I
Non-lethal
have this
shurikens.
missile launcher over there.
I have a non-lethal rocket launcher.
Yes.
I have this suit that is built of a material that is primed to kill the Force.
My God. Last time, no, don't do it. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God, Tyren. What are you doing to us?
You see what I did?
I see what you did.
The frying
have
pan of
not.
justice. It's in the arsenal. He's updating his character picture to be glorious.
I
Oh,
think
God.
that this is the highlight,
Yep.
and because
We
it will
are
get,
highlighting the whole Batman in Star Wars. Yeah, don't
We're
worry about it.
highlighting that. We're highlighting Alena and Neo's
Don't worry, everybody.
conversation.
I'm Batman.
and I'm using a non-lethal frying pan. Actually,
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we just get a
Yeah.
character, a Joker character voiced by me going, "Do you want to know where I got these scars?"
okay.
From Joanne?
From Joanne.
Here's the thing. If we continue today, we are going to probably
Go insane.
have a
Last
fight,
time.
which means, yeah, it's going to take
A while longer than we have.
at least a couple of hours because it's
What
a
a
fight.
boss pity.
Which means
That was
Ah.
terrible. You should. That was bad, and you should feel bad.
I
Even
do.
my even my bad jokes this season have been better than that.
But it's okay. I already made up for it ahead of time.
yes,
Yeah.
You have already did more than enough for today with that
Yeah.
addition right at the end. So I propose that we stop here for tonight because
Yeah,
it's already
course.
getting late-ish, and
We stop.
given that next time we're going to have a fight, so
Yeah,
we can start with that.
that makes sense.
If you already have that map laid out, Maris, make sure you update the token.
Oh yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I just saw the
Don't
frying
worry.
pan. Oh my God.
All I've got to ask is, since I am the embodiment of what Cloud should be doing here right now, do we level up?
Oh God, no.
All we did was talk.
But I talk a lot. I've leveled.
I thought I was spared of this.
My character is built upon talking to people to level up. Do you not get it?
I have a skill that I can kill people by talking to them.
Exactly. That's why Alana's such a powerful Jedi. She doesn't need to use a lightsaber or the Force to kill people. She kills them by
I can-
talking to them.
Oh God! I just realized Elena has the
I need to
talk
get
no
away from Elena.
jutsu.
Yes. My weapon.
You were wrong, Mriss. The entire time, the real Sith was our protagonist.
Mwah!
Damn it.
I don't kill the Force. I kill conversations.
I don't kill the Force. I kill the mood.
Well, I've already
Well,
killed him. I've already
that's
killed
not
him.
very hard to do. He has already disappeared from the campaign.
I've already killed the mood.
Not
Why do you
that
think it's...
mood.
I've already killed the mood.
Not
Why do you...
the mood. Not the mood. It's the mood and then the mood. They're two different things.
Are
Um,
they?
Well, I thought the mood had already killed himself. I thought that the mood had already killed himself by eating too many egg and cress gas station sandwiches.
No. Look, don't worry. The mood right now is building his own personal Death Star. He's going to join the fray one day. So don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
For now.
Nothing wrong is going to come of the mood skull.
No. And even if the mood actually turns evil and wants to destroy planets with his Death Star, because why else build the Death Star? You still have Wedge that can assault the Death Star on his own by launching himself
Or and as a
to it,
backup.
destroy it, and he can even survive the destruction.
Yep. And if mood
Yep.
As we have seen a few hours prior to this max time.
Yep.
And
We
if-
have seen a glorious guy survive a moon blowing up like an egg from inside out.
And with that,
So, yes, I think it's time for us to end the stream.
yeah, it's time to end the stream.
Nah, it totally isn't. Nah.
Yeah, it's time to end the stream before I kill the mood again.
I got to go.
Yeah. That's gonna be my
Fine,
cue
have
to
to go.
say I'm done killing the mood and it's time for us to stop. Next time, I don't know if it'll be on my stream or Tyrant's stream. We'll have to see as the week plans out, but we'll hope to see you there next time. Ciao, ciao.